I don't believe that the word tshuva has a good translation into English. That's why I just say it in Hebrew, but we can use some visual symbols to figure it out. My name is Eli Kaplan-Wildman from Unbound, bringing you high holiday art and design from Jerusalem. We are in the final week of phase 1 of our journey, the month of Elul, preceding the high holidays and offering us a chance to take stock of our year and to think about the upcoming one. I've created a shape for each day since I'm a visual storyteller, and you should make these shapes however you want. But today, I'd like to tell an actual story. Every year, in a great faraway realm, the ruler would take time to travel all corners of the land and meet the land's subjects. While normally, the ruler would be as distant as a legend, at this time of year, a worker in the field could stand up and suddenly see before them an elegant figure, instantly recognizable and within an arm's reach, their great ruler. After meeting people, talking to them, seeing them, and hearing from them, the ruler would return to the castle with great fanfare and once again be seated on the gilded throne, with the support and admiration of all the people touched during the journey. If you've watched the series The Crown or are familiar with the history, there's a great example of this at the beginning of the show. Elizabeth, who is about to become Queen of England, takes upon herself to visit every area of the Commonwealth, and she goes to look at and speak to people in all the countries. The emphasis in that telling of the story is about her insistence on actually going to every single spot, not missing a single engagement, not canceling on any of the locations that has prepared to greet her. She is there to see everyone, to hear them, to show up. This makes her coronation as queen meaningful. This is what is happening in Elul, and why our first shape is that of a crown. The ruler is in the field. God is near. As opposed to Rosh Hashanah, which is the coronation with God at a distance, right now, the divine is right next to us. There was the divine journey, which we see symbolized in this crown, and also in this shape, which is kind of like a compass that you'd see on a map, sort of showing that God is in all directions, and also just reminding us of God's journey. Speaking of journeys, if you end up doing all the shapes, you're going to need a really big wall, but it's worth it. Think how amazing it's going to look when you have all 53 shapes up. In my apartment, it's already looking really cool. So here we have the divine journey, but of course, the more important journey is our own. Tshuva, the process we go through this month, could easily be translated as repentance. However, a literal translation of the word would be the returning, which teaches us much more. In doing tshuva, we show up, we return. Whatever path we took that we may regret, we find our way back. We may have wandered, but in returning, we locate our true self and aim to be there. The path is winding, like this shape, but it brings us back to where we need to be. All we need to do is think what we are here for. Cut out or create this week's shapes as you prepare for the end of this year and for all of the pomp and circumstance of the divine coronation that's going to happen on Rosh Hashanah next week. You can find templates for the shapes on the Here4 website, or just do it based on what you see here in the video. Post online using our tags and search the tags to see what other people have done with their shapes. And I'll see you next year.